Hello and welcome back to this week's vlog. Tonight we're at the Drinking Dinosaur at Flamborough. Not our intentional spot. We were hoping to come up here but go on the other side of the bay. I think it's called Saltwick Bay. But as we were walking down the steps, there was a group of about 12 people behind us. High tide is 40 minutes after sunset tonight, and looking down, the tide was already really quite far in, and what we was after down that side was the lovely limestone underneath. The last time that we shot a vlog here was probably 2 or 3 years ago, probably more, 3 to be fair, and I don't even think we included any images. It's absolutely terrible. We should probably take it down really, but it is still there. So we've come back out to try and get something on this east coast because it's absolutely beautiful. The cloud is looking amazing all the way here. I was so giddy, like looking around thinking, please, 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 please let the cloud look like that when we get there. And it does. So I'm quite excited, although it's not our intentional spot. I've set the tripod up, I've set a composition up. It's fair to middling, to be fair. I've just got this sort of outer cliff to your left, the Drinking Dinosaur, and I've tried to cut some of this foreground because it is quite windy and we've got some of those grasses blowing around and creating a bit of blur in the image. What I'm hoping is that this cloud is going to really light up. So this is the 3rd time shooting the Drinking Dinosaur, and as yet I don't feel that I've got the image that I think I'm happy with. So 3rd time lucky, we'll see anyway, but we've probably got maybe, I think, 40 minutes yet before sunset. So I'm just going to make sure that I am happy with this composition so that when sunset hopefully lights up these beautiful clouds, we'll be good to go. So I don't know if you can see, but the Drinking Dinosaur is just catching a lovely orange bit of glow on the top of the rock. So I'm going to try and grab that shot. Hopefully it'll glow a little bit more, but it is shaping up to be a really, really nice evening. Tonight is about trying something new and doing a little bit of focus stacking, a little bit of exposure blending, and even potentially a little bit of time blending. All of that is quite new, especially the time blending and the exposure blending, but I'm going to give it a go and just see whether we can get any better results from tonight. But I need to go and get that quick before it goes. So I don't know if you can see behind me, but the light is just catching that really lovely orange glow. We've only still got a real tiny bit on the top of the Drinking Dinosaur, but I've grabbed that shot just to get that glow, just catching the very top. But it's just lovely. It's so nice to be here. It's only the 2nd time that we've been to the coast since we've been allowed to get out a little bit more. We did have a little trip up to Perch Rock Lighthouse just to try some long exposures with the new camera really, and high tide coincided with sunset, so we had a quick little trip up there. But tonight, as I say, different bit of a plan. Nearly fell over and knocked the Z7 on the down the cliff. But yeah, tonight's a little bit different. Not the original plan, but best laid plans, and just trying to make the best of what we've got really tonight with this lovely, lovely water. It's almost like turquoisey aqua blue, and I think with the pinks on the horizon, it just is, oh, I could just sit and look at that all night. All around me, the cloud behind me is absolutely amazing. I'll show you that in a second. And I'm just hoping that as the sun sets a bit more, that this light above the drinking dinosaur catches. Last time we came, we didn't have any cloud, not a drop of cloud. And the sunset over this side, sunset is more to my east, where the sun set behind me last time. But we did have a real lovely orange glow in the sky that night. But I'm going to crack on and make sure that I'm happy, like I say, with that composition. I have tweaked it slightly from when we first got here. I felt it was a bit unbalanced. I felt that I had too much of this rock in. So I've just moved ever so slightly just to try and improve that composition. But I'm going to crack on because I think that in the next 15 minutes we might have some loveliness. Oh God, that cloud in front of me, if I could pick that up and go, I absolutely would. It's immense. It's absolutely immense. But to be fair, we have got some really nice pink hues coming along this horizon. Like I say, it's making that water look really turquoise and lovely, which is just beautiful. So I said before that I'm trying something new tonight, and a mixture of focus stacking, time blending and exposure blending. I can't stop looking at that, it's beautiful. So what I've done, I've focused on this rock, this outcrop rather. I've focused on the side of the cliff embankment coming down, and then focused on the dinosaur. So hopefully everything will be nice and sharp. Just earlier on, I put a 6-dot filter in and smoothed all the water out. And I'm now going to try and get the sky to look the way that I want it. If none of this works, there'll be no images to show. But it's something that I really want to get into doing. And we've all got to start somewhere. So I thought, why not? Let's get out tonight, let's have a bash, let's have a go, see what we can do. That sky is just absolutely lovely. Somebody's flying a drone just across, going to get some really nice footage there. But wow, it just is immense. I think for me, the biggest thing with something new is I really like to see the image to look the best that it can. Wow. So nice. Easily distracted. I like to see the image to look the best that it can on the back of the camera, so that I know that I've got a good shot. And I think the most difficult thing will be is thinking that bit looks all right on that image, that bit looks all right on that image, and another bit looks all right on another image, and then putting them together to make the final result. And I think it's that I'm going to struggle with, that sort of, is it going to come together? But that's where I need to probably practice my Photoshop skills a little bit more. But that's the plan, that's the intention anyway for tonight. And like I say, if it works, I'll put the image up, and if it doesn't work, we've had a nice evening. But yeah, it's nice, you know, to look at this view. Actually, it doesn't feel real, to be fair. Just going to try and get some of those birds in shot actually. It doesn't feel real. It's almost too nice to get your head around. It literally is just breathtaking, and I'm so glad, even if we don't get an image out of tonight, I'm so glad that we came. So as usual, I'm going to crack on, try and focus on what I'm doing, and I'll speak to you again in a bit. So just got sidetracked a little. I've not been able to take my eye off that light up there all night. It's lovely, and like I say, it's like a dream. It's an absolute dream looking at this. But the light in front of us was just too good not to try and get an image of. So I legged it up the hill, well, little bit of a hill, just to have a look. And the lighthouse, so Flamborough Head Lighthouse, looked incredible, absolutely incredible. So I quickly came back down, grabbed my tripod, ran up there to take a couple of shots, and again done the same thing. So I've tried to do a bit of an exposure blend, so without using the filters. So I took an exposure for my foreground, one for the lighthouse and two for the sky, just to capture those highlights. In theory, doing it in camera is one thing, putting it together is going to be another. So again, if I've managed it, I'll put the image up now in a second. But as you can see, we've no light at all now on the Drinking Dinosaur. What I thought was going to be a spectacular sunset with those clouds, just sort of, we just got that really soft pink hue. But again, it's been good to have a go. You know, I lug the filters around in my bag and they weigh an absolute ton, as well as my 70 to 200. I won't take the 70 to 200 out because you never know when you're going to need it. But I think if I can cut down on the weight in the bag and hone the skills with the editing, I'm hoping to try and improve my photography. But yeah, it's sunset's happened, so it's finished now. That light, there's still a little bit of pink, but the light, the best of the light, just behind the lighthouse has gone, and we've nothing now. So we're going to head back. It's quite a little bit of a drive back. Head back, have a look at the images, and we'll share all of those with you now. So that's probably going to be the shortest vlog that we've done. I feel it's probably a little bit all over the place, but the main aim of tonight was coming out and having a go at something new. Like I say, everybody's got to start somewhere with a different technique with photography. The filters I absolutely love, they're fantastic. I couldn't recommend the filters that I use enough. From the moment that I started using them, I felt that the photography improved massively. And Bud was sort of, we started a bit of a journey then, didn't we, with going all over everywhere, and trying to sort of make the best use of them. And it's not that I'm never going to use them again. You know, I've used the 6-stop ND tonight to smooth the water out, so I will still use filters. And probably as a bit of a safety net, we'll still use them until I'm confident with maybe the editing side of it a little bit more. So yeah, it's probably a little bit different again, and as I say, a little bit all over the place. But we've enjoyed it, haven't we? It's been nice. It's cold, but lovely. Really, really lovely. So we're going to head back now and hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've enjoyed the waffle. But from Flamborough Head, from the Drinking Dinosaur, until next week, adios.